Hello, it's 5:08 p.m. I'm taking a break. Well, in the next hour will be dinner time for me. I can choose when I want to eat dinner with this job. I was thinking about how I have more freedom than I did, plus getting paid a little higher, than I did when I was at Sky Zone. So the other job was at Seville Quarter was a little more independent and had a little more freedom as well. But but that job paid $10 an hour and this job pays 12. So I don't know if this is considered a temp to perm position. I mean, they offered to hire me on, but I said, you know, I can if I got hired on, I would have to go back to being paid every 2 weeks. But me being paid daily, which is the first time in my life I get something like this, an opportunity to get paid daily. And so I let the money accumulate and add up. And then by the end of the week, I can, afford to pay for another week in the motel. So, um, yeah, I can use the bathroom whenever I want. I can use my phone whenever I want. I get my work done. And, I don't have to worry about people relieving me for a lunch break or a dinner break, like how they did at Sky Zone. And so, I got work placed by more people over there too. So, but yeah, there's only 4 of us working in the evening here. So I guess the perp, Mr. John, has his days. Some days he wants to be nice. Some days he wants to be a certain way, but I be trying to stay out of his way. But I'm feeling slightly that sleep deprived feeling, but I'm not really feeling that cranky. Just I'm feeling a little irritable though. And at the moment, they're vibrating my left foot. They haven't done this in a long time. In Los Angeles, it was consistent. It started off them vibrating my left foot. Then they started vibrating both feet. Then they started vibrating my organs. Then they started vibrating my whole body. But I think when I first started getting the vibrating was like 2015. And it's, torture and drive you up the wall. And so, people who are ignorant, they'll act like as if, oh no, you're not vibrating, that's diabetic neuropathy. I'm not diabetic. I don't have diabetes. Never did. I may have had a couple of situations where my blood sugar could have been a little high, but I never been full-blown diabetic. So, but narcissistic abusers always, they want to condemn me and call me greedy and act like as if they wish diabetes on me, like they want me to be diabetic so bad. And some of them are diabetic and jealous because they want to eat something sweet and can't. But me and a coworker were talking today about how but he's an older but skinny man, and we were talking about how he was telling me he need to cut back on sweets, and I said I do too. I got a lot of sweets since yesterday, actually since Sunday, but it's like I'm scared to be eating these regular desserts every day, but I can get by eating a little ice cream every day. But dessert like cookies, cheesecake, and stuff. Whoa. Now that I know that ain't good for you. Like cheesecake, it tastes so good, but it's very bad for you. So some people say, oh, in moderation. But in foster care, cheesecake was the food for grown-ups at holiday functions. The rare time we went, like in the Muslim navy bean pie that they used to have, I missed that so much. That was a dessert result. Reserved for adults. But like it was 2016, my first time as an adult trying cheesecake. I stayed away from cheesecake because I remember being 7 years old and I thought I tried it and I thought it was nasty. But it was probably lime. I'm sorry, key lime pie or something. No, it wasn't key lime pie. It was actually cheesecake. And I thought it was nasty. So I stayed away from cheesecake all these years. It's like, damn, what have I been missing all these years? Like, wow. Shucks, throw every other dessert out of the window and give me cheesecake. So, you know, so I had cheesecake then, and I don't remember having a lot of cheesecake. Well, probably no cheesecake. In 2017 and 2018 and even 2016, when I finally got me a place, I hadn't bought cheesecake or anything like that. But I remember I was eating health. I had my own place in Greenville, South Carolina, and for me to rearrange my diet and eat healthier, I lost and eating like, and I was portioning, my rationing and portioning my foods and stuff, and eating healthier. I was losing so much weight so quickly, and I lost like, and the highest I've ever gotten because of dealing with, you know, that religious fake lady Lisa Ruby. You know, I gained a lot of weight being stressed out and overeating because of her manipulation and abuse. And those are the same people who turn around and call you fat and greedy. If I'm a grown adult and we're just friends, why the hell should you manipulate and control what I eat? And she had me stressed out and depressed and suicidal and left me homeless on the streets. Her husband had a gun, and I felt threatened by that. Like, he had a gun laying on a table, and he was carrying around his gun. It's like they got more and more aggressive. So they kept telling me, they wanted to do this fake deliverance and say that, your family, your biological family, they want you for a sacrifice. And it's like they started to get more and more weird. And so I got the hell up on out of there. And I was on the streets for 9 days in an unfamiliar town. So that's what made me, and then me living in different cities and states made me feel like I guess I can just freaking survive. Like, I can go to, let me think where I can go. I can go, I don't know. I can go to St. Paul, Minnesota, or Duluth, Minnesota, or somewhere, and I guess survive maneuvering around because of being in different cities and states. But I don't want to go up there because I hate cold, I hate ice, I hate I hate up there. I hate up north. So that's why I like to stay down south. And I can't function in cold weather. So, but yeah, I guess I didn't start to eat a lot of cheesecake till this year. and eating, let's see, yeah, because last year I wasn't eating a lot of cheesecake. It wasn't until this year. But, ooh, if y'all ever can try like a sweet potato cheesecake or a pumpkin, more like sweet potato cheesecake, better than sweet potato pie. On pumpkin cheesecake, ooh. But, I thought about if I had my own place with the place, where I can cook and bake and everything. I wish I would have thought then in 2017. I was trying to figure out what can I do to make my own money, and all these doors closed in my face for jobs. So I finally got the I thought, I'm thinking now, like, damn, why didn't I think to do a YouTube channel then and monetize it, and it be strictly on me experimenting in the kitchen, experimenting with something creative in the kitchen. But not knowing, realizing I was gang stalked at the time, the purpose was to make sure that my videos don't go, that nobody watches my videos and stuff. Or make sure that I don't get monetized. I got my ebooks out, and they're getting, like, at the moment, I'm getting, like, nobody's really buying my ebooks. Even the fiction ebooks, nobody's really buying them. But the perps will say that, oh, because your writing is horrible. And, you talk a lot of crazy stuff, or nobody wants to hear conspiracy theories. But people who aren't perps, they act like as if they're stunned or impressed by my writing and say, well, you write very well. I say, you know what? And I was sleep deprived too. And they're like, well, even under the circumstance of being sleep deprived, you write very well. So, the narcissistic, sociopathic, psychopathic gang stalkers, they'll just try to do whatever they can to put you down and belittle you and talk down to you, and it's not who you truly are. And they have shaped me thinking a certain way that I had to undo that programming on my own. And those same people who put you down, always criticizing you and putting you down, they're the same people who try to say that, oh, I avoid you because you're too negative, energy draining, and complain too much. And, you always got some crisis going on or whatever. And a lot of times they be the ones who set it up or manufacture it. And you don't realize until it's too late that they were the mastermind behind the conspiracy of something bad happening to you. So, yeah, I had some stuff I had on my mind earlier to talk about, but it slipped my mind. It really did. But, so I don't know why they attacked my left foot. It's like the palm of my left foot that's been vibrating, but yeah, so dinner is gonna be at 6 o'clock, and so yeah, I was talking about the desserts that I had mainly that like in the freezer at the place at the motel. I have like a 2-pack of cheesecake. One is turtle cheesecake and one is plain. And see, New York cheesecake usually has more calories and stuff, or more fat and more bad stuff, but tastes good. But so, and I also have a kitchen sink cookie in the freezer also. But the pumpkin, I ate that the pumpkin muffin, I had that for breakfast, not dessert this morning. And then I have those 3, I don't know what you call those cookie things that lady made last night. And, I think I have one small little baby container of Haagen-Dazs chocolate ice cream. I didn't eat that one yet because it fell on the, I mean, it was still in its package, but it fell on the floor. So I put it in the bag and now I don't want to eat it. But it cost like $1. They were 10 for $10. But I bought them like that because I wasn't sure, how long I was going to just stay at the motel, or if I can stay at the motel or work or anything like that. And so here I got those 3 cookie things that I showed y'all. It seems like it's, I don't know what it's called, but it tastes like chocolate buttercream icing mixed with caramel in the middle, and inside of a cookie that's shaped like a little cup. And so it's very sweet, but it tastes good enough that usually when I eat cake, I don't like all that. I mean, I love buttercream. I cannot stand whipped cream cake. I don't like the flavor of it. I don't like the texture. I do not like anything about whipped cream cake. So buttercream is my doggone thing. But I usually take off the excess icing off the cake and leave just like a thin layer of the icing on the cake. And I miss being in New Orleans. I miss those king cakes, but now I realize how that Mardi Gras is evil. So I can't eat. Well, I basically, I had king cake once this year. It was offered to us, so I had like a king cake only once this year, and it was over the summer. It was weird because due to COVID or whatever, Mardi Gras was all switched up. I don't even keep up with Mardi Gras no more. I never really did like Mardi Gras, but I heard it's pagan and satanic, so I no longer participate in or support Mardi Gras. But they used to have this Antoine's, I think was the name, had the best best king cake from New Orleans. And Antoine's was in Gretna. I think it's still there. And there was another bakery, but they used to have Gambino's bakery would have the petite fours and have regular cakes and stuff. And I was doggone hooked and addicted to Gambino's cakes. I used to love their buttercream, the best buttercream cakes in the world. And some people say health code violations was the reason why they were forced to shut down. I miss Gambino's, and I heard about this place called Randazzo's or something too, but I don't remember Randazzo's, but Gambino's was the best. And my biological brother Wyatt, now he always laugh at and make fun of people, but he talking about how he got scammed, that he bought a king cake from eBay online for $1. And then when he got it in the mail, the king cake was all moldy that he bought from off of eBay, and he felt scammed. I think this happened before Hurricane Katrina in 2005. So probably, yeah. I mean, I usually don't. I'm not the type to really laugh at nobody, but that was a weird situation, I'm not laughing at him, but I'm laughing at, the situation that he bought an expired moldy king cake for $1 off of eBay and then felt scammed. But yeah, I love brownies too. But so I have those 3 things. It's like, I'm like, dog, my health cannot afford to eat all the sweets and stuff like I used to. I used to be kind of like invincible when I was on those psych medications. I used to be kind of invincible, like eating like 3 donuts and stuff like that. And so now I'm not invincible no more. I gotta watch it. I mean, my body feels bad if I eat too much sweets, but I'm still not diabetic. you know, but one time they had somebody who was a friend that I knew from Twitter who eventually, after a few years, betrayed me and turned against me and wanted nothing to do with me. Um, but what did she say? Yeah. Now this is funny. She said when I told her about people always wishing diabetes on me, and she said whoever wishes diabetes on you need to go and go eat some deep fried testicles. So I laughed for days about that one. Whoever wishes diabetes on you should go and eat deep fried testicles. But yeah. But like when we were little, Sean used to make food. The biological brother Sean used to make food jokes, and I remember it was a man eating at McDonald's, and Sean said, "Take your time, man. The food won't go away." And we all died laughing. And so my twin sister said how Sean told a man years later that he said, "Do you still," like told a friend from school or something, "Do you still eat donuts like every day?" Because they used to feed us donuts at school, and we get one donut and then one slice of Domino's pizza. Like, and y'all wonder why all the kids are crazy and fighting and everything. See, the kids here eat a whole lot healthier, and at the other school they eat a whole lot healthier, and they're not really badly behaving like that. But at my school, it was nothing but chaos, fighting all day, every day. School was forced to be like a prison lockdown and shit like that at school. And I dreaded going to school because it felt like prison hell. But anyway, Sean also said, like, take them donuts. Take them donuts. So, yeah, I didn't realize psychiatric medications make you overeat on sweets. And people in New York used to be jealous of me, and they would be diabetic, and I wasn't diabetic. And I would go to the food truck and order 3 donuts. And they're like, "You're not diabetic with all that sugar?" And then they would try to do fear mongering by trying to say, well, oh, they had this girl named Tanisha Bailey or something like that. And you know that she was over 300 pounds, and she was diabetic, and she just died, like trying to scare me, you know. And I'm like, but I'm not diabetic. But I heard that eventually psych meds do make you diabetic. So I remember being on some psych medicine. I don't remember what it was. And it didn't make me diabetic, but my blood sugar was off, you know. And another psychiatric medication, I ended up having like high blood pressure, like, which ain't usual because my blood pressure is usually normal. So I say all the time, if I was still on psych meds, I would be dead. Like, I used to, in 2000, I was on Cymbalta like 2010 and stuff like that, and I used to eat almost entire sheets of cake on those psych meds. And I didn't realize I was killing myself without realizing it. You know, I would have been dead. And then, you know, just eating so much. But now I can get full, and my body can't tolerate, you know, too much sugar as it used to when I was younger. I used to be invisible. Now, you know, I was on a medication that they said I wasn't diabetic, but I would eat. I mean, it was one of those. I had the medicine for sciatica I took, and And it made me feel diabetic every time I ate something sweet, but they kept saying I wasn't diabetic. My blood sugar was normal. But I would get the shakes every time I eat something sweet. And it took me over a year to finally be able to eat something sweet and then be back normal again. And I heard that, certain medicines can be like killing you and stuff. And so they wanted to put me on acid reflux medication, and when I denied it, when I said I didn't want to take it, then they got mad at me and wanted to diagnose me with all these mental disorders for saying I didn't want to take the acid reflux medication. But through diet, and I was able to reverse that too. But then again, I heard that part of your targeting can exacerbate that too. So I don't get acid reflux that much either. I don't eat hot dogs really that much anymore. Seldom. So yeah, one thing I need to let go is sweets, but I got just tied up with a lot of sweet. But yeah, I can save those sweets if I can stay at the motel longer and work longer. I can stretch those sweets out to maybe like once or twice a week rather than eating them every day. You know, so let me just get back to work, and I'll see y'all later.